Senate Bill 204. Imagine this. Imagine you run for your local school board because you want to represent your community. After you are elected, the state tells you that before you can fully serve, you must complete training written in Austin that explains what parental rights mean, using a handbook the state controls and updates every year. What the bill says it does? Senate Bill 204 says it makes parental rights easier to understand by putting them into one plain language, searchable handbook. It also says school board members need training so those rights are respected. What it actually does? This means the Texas Education Agency decides how parental rights are explained and emphasized statewide, while local school boards lose control over how trustees are trained. The state gains more influence over education governance, and local communities have less say in how these rights are interpreted. Who benefits? State education agencies that gain more authority, advocacy groups that supported the bill and want a stronger role in defining parental rights statewide. Who pays the price? Local school boards that lose flexibility and independence. Parents and teachers whose views may not align with how the state frames parental rights. Smaller or rural districts that must comply without new funding. Why it matters. Education decisions feel personal because they are. When control over how rights are defined moves away from local communities and into state agencies, everyday families have less influence over schools that shape their kids' lives. What gets emphasized in a state handbook today can quietly shape policy fights for years. Questions to ask your lawmakers. How will you ensure the Parental Rights Handbook reflects all families, not just the groups with the most political access? Why centralize trustee training at the state level instead of trusting locally elected boards? Would you support regular public review of the handbook so parents can see and question changes? Bottom line, Senate Bill 204 sounds like transparency, but quietly shifts control over local schools from communities to the state.